taking this Olympia incredibly seriously. Alright guys, as you can see, we are here at the gym in a little bit of a different situation. Yes, today I will train the chest, but the gym is also being renovated right now. An extra floor is being built. Behind me, the guys are doing very hard their job to build an extra floor. Regardless though, it's still chest day, so I'll be training the chest. And we're just going to see how that's going to work out, but it's going to be an interesting one. But yeah, let's start out with the first movement. Okay, boom. 17 reps with the max stack, guys. As you guys probably know, the reason why I start with this one is to pre-fatigue the chest, allowing the next movement to be lighter, but still providing the same stimulus as a much heavier weight, which will be more dangerous for the joints and the tendons. So after 17 years of training, you gotta think about stuff like this for sure. It's a very special day. You can actually already see the floor is the same height as this one, and that's going to be the space for the new machines. And these guys are really, really quick. However, something happened, as you can see. You can see all those rubber tiles right there. We already placed them there originally, but when they drove their machinery over it, they said, we can't work like this, it's going to skid away. So they had to remove everything. So it's going to be half a days of work. Once again, we have to repeat. But you know, that just proves and goes to show that whenever you have something planned, you will always have some setbacks which you have to work for and work on the next time. But in the end, it'll all be worth it. Yeah, well, it's actually better than last time because I think these guys are from Ukraine or from like an Eastern country. So the previous time they put on their own local music, which was very interesting. Let's just say I don't even like Dutch spoken music, let alone that kind of music. So this is still pretty acceptable to me. This is the first time really now getting a feel for the new space in the gym. So all of this wasn't here before. I'm walking right now where the changing rooms were for the men and the women. And over here used to be the old office actually. I used to work here and watch through the glass door how my girlfriend Marley was giving her classes. Good old days, guys. Weighing 126, 127, in between that in the morning, kilograms. 15 kilos above my stage weight, but this will be the maximum weight I'll have until the prep starts, which I'm very much looking forward to. So this is the maximum of condition. I'm letting the conditioning go basically in the maximum body fat percentage before starting the prep. 16 weeks at least, 16 weeks out, we're gonna start. So I'm trying to keep things relatively lean, and that's gonna be great, guys. I'm taking this Olympia incredibly seriously. Walking in between the sets. Trust me, guys, it's the routine. Every single day it will keep you much closer to where you want to go and want to be. This gym is being transformed right now. A lot of work is being done, and it would to anybody else seem impossible to work out here. But you know, I have a goal in mind. No excuses. When you know there's even a slight possibility today I can make it work, you make it work, because it's the small things put together that will give you that big result, which could be the victory on your next show, photo shoot, or whatever your goal is. Yeah, this is actually called, I saw the playlist they put on, it's like 90s classic rock music. So you hear a little bit of rock, but compared to my playlist, if you want to see my Spotify playlist, look for Wesley Game Player and look for I pretty much have one list saved, I think. So if you look at the profile, see at the on repeat list, you will see what I like to listen to. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh. There were 4 sets to properly warm up the chest, and now it's time for the first compound movement. To protect it from all the dust, because I will be putting on the plates, which is the floor of the top floor. They will have to saw it, how do you say that in English anyway? Cut it, saw it, make sure it all fits. Creates a lot of dust, so you don't want it to come in between the cable and create friction, for example. So make sure you to protect the equipment. So one of the reasons why I did the pec deck first, really warm up the chest before going to a very heavy press, is for exactly that reason, to protect myself from injuries. And by the way, if you watched my chest video about my top 3 movements, I also put this pad right here to make this kind of more a decline motion, so you get a better stretch in the chest and get the shoulders out of the movement a little bit more. And the reason why I made that video is because I think that muscle group and the biceps as well, for example, is so important for classic physique. It's what is bodybuilding to me personally. So that's why I put out this video, so everybody can create their own ultra physique, however they capture it in their mind. The response has been great, so thank you very much for the goal support of watching those videos. I really do appreciate it. The ladder which we used to access the top floor, yeah, it'll be the last time it was used yesterday. So they're gonna actually put like a proper stairs, strengthened stairs up there, so you don't have to be afraid of the leg that you're gonna fall down and end your career with one mistake. But now I'm gonna move it to use one of these benches to dumbbell press about half of the weight Ramon Dino can do. One of the reasons why I haven't done dumbbell press quite a lot is because we have dumbbells until 70 kilos here, which I used to do a set of like 12 plus reps. But the problem is getting it out of there and then doing the exercise from the beginning takes away so much energy. And since I train mostly alone, it wasn't worth it. I used to train with my brother and my dad. They used to carry one dumbbell at a time and give it to me. Back then it was possible, but now it's like, you know, it's like almost a lunge and a farmer walk and a shrug at the same time. It's not worth it. Time for a bit of a noise cancelling, if you could even hear this. So whenever you are getting very strong, I recommend doing dumbbells at the very end, so your strength is significantly decreased, like mine is right now. You know, I don't have to do the 70s because strength is not there. And if your strength is still there, you didn't train hard enough on the first 2 movements. I used to have elbow pain, so I was looking for movements that could align better with my triceps and be more kind to the joints, to the wrists and the elbow. So here you have a lot of freedom to move how you want. And with this gym pin, you can also choose how wide you want it to be. So I'm choosing about shoulder width, which you more easily are able to put this tension of this cable going straight down, also straight down the triceps. So give this a shot. If you have any elbow pain at all. Oh. Whoa. There's a discussion going on right now also, which is weird, like if you have a pump, does it mean you have a good workout, or the pump doesn't translate automatically to a good workout? But in my opinion, when you fully stretch the muscle, you literally open it up to receive a lot of blood in the contraction. So when you see me doing this movement, I go all the way up, not 90 degrees, but this forearm is to touch the bicep until you literally can't go up anymore, maximally stretching the tricep muscle, and then going back down. And after a set like this, the failure, you do get an incredible pump, and this is kind of a proxy, in my opinion, for quality sets. So if you don't get a good pump, at least when you're in a caloric surplus, you don't really get that much of a good stimulus either, in my opinion. Only exception during prep, sometimes you don't have enough carbohydrates to get a good pump, but even then, if you get enough sodium in, a good pre-workout like Crank Pump Pro, the pump will always appear when you're training in a good way as well. When you saw the last video, the weather has gone in 180 degree, which is very nice. It's sun in the Netherlands, it's beautiful. Hallo. De Blinte.
Ja, okay. Hoi hoi.
Uitdragen. He wants to play with the cars because the gym is literally a second playground. So there was Marley and my father-in-law, her dad, and the kids. They went to Hornbach, which is a hardware store for all kinds of stuff, like little things to put in the gym. When this floor is finished, you put like, how do you say that? Like in a corner against the wall to kind of hide the rough parts. In Dutch it's called een plint. But stuff like this to really give it a finishing touch. So it's always nice when everybody is working together. I just pump up the tricep. Now I start to stretch it out again. With this movement, overhead extension. Always combine, in my opinion at least, a press down or a push down with an extension overhead to combine, you know, the pump in the tricep and the stretch. All right, that's triceps done. And now we actually don't have to move from here because we can do the side delts as well from around hip height. So I'm actually going to put this ankle cuff around my forearm, and this eliminates the wrist, and this will make it feel incredible because right here, as you can see, the tension is parallel to my muscle here, which is causing the most tension in the stretched part, which is where you want it because that causes the most stimulus. And I'm saying this because for my physique, having broad shoulders is important for the ultimate V-taper on stage. So I keep improving upon movements that can maximize stimulus to make the shoulders as wide as possible, which nobody wants to do an exercise that is not optimal for ultra wide shoulders. So let's just do a set. Oh, you really should try this one out. It's my tip to you because I would never have done this back in the day. Always dumbbells, but this one feels quite amazing for the ultimate tension on the shoulders. The whole way you're doing the movement, you feel tension, so give it a shot. So as I mentioned, we trained the chest, then the triceps, then the side delts, always side delts after chest. And after the back workouts, I always like to train the rear delt, so no separate shoulder day for me. But I really want to thank you guys for watching, and let me know down below what you thought of the video. But stay tuned because a lot more interesting footage is coming. The Olympia prep is about to start, and we're also going to take a journey to South Korea. Very, very excited for that one. So it's gonna be very interesting. Be on the lookout for that one. Once again, thanks for watching. And of course, don't forget to stay golden.